Hello everyone and welcome to this week's round 13 review. I think I'm going to start recording these on Thursdays and Fridays most of the time because then it can give me a little bit of a weekend preview, so when I do go through my trades it's actually what I'm going to do. Not the greatest week this week with a score of 1799. Very poor score. I dropped 191 in the ranks. The good thing is round 13 was a pretty bad buy. I had a lot of top tier primos out. This week is for most harder, but I think for me it may be an easier week. So just going straight into the team, obviously we dropped down to 388, which is not ideal. This is what I was running with. Unfortunately, starting off in the back line, on the Friday night I loop-told Lockie Jones, and him getting a 43, Highmore obviously providing not the greatest scores in his recent games with a 3-round average before this week, or 3 games of 17, 36 and 47, and with Lockie Jones getting a 43, I thought, Highmore, I put him on field, I may lose, not that many, and I was like, I'll just take 43 and hopefully it's my lowest score. Unfortunately it wasn't, but anyway, Laird was great with a 132. I'll just go back to the games last week so it just gives me a little visual. Against the Saints, I think I nearly vice-captained him. I thought about it, but ended up going with Steele. Yeah, just good from Laird. I think he had a poorer first half, but made up for it in the second half with Crow's comeback. Lloyd, with a 104, consistent. Stewart on the Friday night with a 130, starting off the week well. Whitfield, unfortunate in his debut game with the 74 versus North. Copped a few knocks and in the draw. Hopefully can have a better game this week against Carlton. Short with a 111 in a loss to West Coast. I think I'm going to hold Short for the rest of the year. But yeah, I think Short's safe for like a 90 to 100 average, somewhere in the 90s. And yeah, Ridley, hopefully he can do well this week. We'll see. Well, monitor him. He might be one we want to upgrade if we have the luxury, but unfortunately we have some other people to attend to, like Impey in the forward line. Jones obviously spoke on him, and Highmore with a 111, great restarting his cash gen, amazing. Unfortunately, I had him on the bench, and I probably lost around 70 points on that, but that's on me. Bontempelli obviously on field because I didn't have enough people to bench. Clary with a 108, lucky because I nearly captained him, but still great score. Probably not what I want from an Uber premium, but we'll take a 108. McRae obviously didn't play, Bulldogs had the bye. Steele with a 126, I went Steele into Gawn. Originally I had Steele in the Clary, but changed it last minute. And Clary was looking good for the first half. I think he had like 60 at halftime, but unfortunately he just didn't get up there. Brayshaw, he will be exiting my side. I think he's an okay one to hold, but it's just, he hurts my buy, and there's obviously much better midfield options. And he had like, he just has like slumps. 30 possessions nearly and only in 92. He's ineffective. He's kind of, recently his scoring's been like top Mitchell, where it's down, then it's up, then it's down, then it's up, then it's down. So I'm going to move on from him. Also, he's not great at handling a tag, and I think after a couple of games, they've got obviously Geelong, Sydney, Richmond, so that's going to hurt. They've got West Coast as well, so that's probably not the greatest for him. But anyway, yeah, he'll be exiting my side this week. Poulter, he's done his job. He's going to go this week. If you can hold, I don't think you could, but I think he's a great person to move on from, considering he has to buy. Bianco, 23, very unfortunate. Went early on Jai, happy about that, 75, and obviously all the buy players. Gorm with the 123 as captain, missed out on 3 points, but nothing too bad. And CCJ comes in as I on the Friday night, I found out Reeves was laid out pretty late into the night. A couple minutes left before the game, so I traded what you could have done is trade Reeves, and I swung CCJ into the ruck, and I brought Warner back in, which saved me a trade. Unfortunately, I didn't get to Finlay. I was just thinking of Warner at the time. Pardon me. So if I could have held Finlay, I probably would have, but Warner's leaving my side anyway this week, and Grundy obviously did not play. Pardon me. Hall with 141 with a De Boer tag, amazing. Zeeble with a 91, consistent. Wondering what Luke McDonald's going to do to their scoring. I think it's more likely to affect Zeeble more than Hall, but I think they're both holds. They should keep up strong averages. Martin with 110, you'll love to see. He's been a great pickup so far. I think that's the third week I've owned him. Not sure what his 3-round average is, but internet isn't being too kind to me at the moment. Impey, he went back behind the ball and played probably his worst game of the season. Is he a keeper? I don't know. I don't think so. He might be an F6, F7 if you're desperate to hold. I think I'll move on. Not this week. Well, I'll see how he goes this week in Tasmania versus Essendon, and we'll move on from there. Waitman obviously didn't play. Waterman didn't play. And the rest didn't play. So, this is what we're looking at for this week. We'll reset the emergencies, optimize, and reset. We got... How many donuts do we have at the moment? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So right now we're looking at... if my math can work, 15 on field. So what I'm doing is I'm trading Andrew Brayshaw, I'm trading Poulter, I'm trading Warner, and I'm trading Waterman. The first pickup I'll bring in is one Joshua Kelly. I think he's a great pickup. Hopefully he can maintain that mid-roll, and he's a great captaincy option for this week. He's actually going to be my captain this week. The next one is actually going to be Briggs. He's a playing cheap rookie, and you just want to get 18. Our next one is going to be Bramble, who is a 102. This may change depending on if he's a sub or selected to play. We'll just see. And in the forward line, the 3 players I like are obviously Dangerfield, Dale, and down here a bit, there's Langford, and right here, Toby Green. Now, obviously you don't get Dangerfield this week. He's playing the Bulldogs, and he's got a break-even of nearly 200. Pass. Dale is an interesting one, but he's got 120 break-even, and he plays Geelong, so I'm going to hold off a little bit. Langford, I'm not too sold on his role. I don't know how he goes. He could be an ultimate burn man, but yeah, I'm just not too focused on that. Now, Toby Green is one I like. He's got a solid role as a forward. That wasn't changed. In fact, I think the only way his role can go is it gets better, because I don't really see them playing him in any different position other than a midfielder. He's got Carlton and Hawthorn next to in Sydney, which is 2 easy games for him. He should be able to ton in both. I'm bringing in a lot of GWS players this week, and I remember last year I made a pact to never ever have another GWS player again, and now I'm bringing in 3 in 1 week, or like 4 in 2 weeks or something like that. But this is how my team's looking. We got 18 with only the 2 rucks missing and Laird and Lloyd missing. I think my plan for next week is likely to go Dev Robbo to Dale, or Dangerfield, depending on how they play, and maybe Impey can go to the other, whichever one I don't get eventually. But yeah, set defense. I'm planning the last midfielder to be Walsh or Neal. We'll just see how they perform. But yeah, that's about it from me. I just try and speed this up because I didn't really like making those 17, 15-minute videos. I know they get quite tedious and I repeat myself often. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm likely vice-captaining Lions or Bont. I haven't made up my mind. Or McRae. It's one of these 3, and they're definitely going into Josh Kelly. Yeah, Dale is probably one I'll bring in next week. Dangerfield, depending how he goes, but likely not. I might even bring in Walsh or Neil next week, depending on the scenario. Anyway, I hope you have a good week. I hope you all can get to 18 somehow. I think this will be a great week for me because I know a lot aren't getting to 18. But yeah, hope you have a good week, and I'll see you next week on Thursday or Friday for my weekly review and preview, I guess. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.